this thing on? You know, I seem to have a habit of doing videos and then stopping doing videos and then starting doing videos again. So, hello and welcome back to Wrestlemania, Rewind to Retro. Wrestlemania season is upon us, and my good friend Simon did a video showing off his autographs, his wrestling autographs, and a link will be in the description below to his channel. Make sure to head over there, watch his video, give it a like and subscribe as well. And that kind of got me thinking about my wrestling autographs. Excuse me, got a bit of a Kermit in my throat. So I thought I would show you. Now, people who have been subscribed to this channel for quite a while have probably already seen the majority of these, if not all of these, but I just wanted to kind of talk about these. Some of these I've got in person, some of these I've got through Retro Wrestling as well, but the majority of these I've got in person. So straight off the bat is everyone's favourite, which is John Cena. And I was going to take them out of these, but I really couldn't be bothered because I'm going to have to put them all back in again. I met John Cena at Wrestlemania 30 Access, and you got an 8x10 free. For some reason, whenever I met Hogan, they didn't give me an 8x10, and it was after I got my photo. I went, oh, I didn't get my 8x10. I went, oh, too late. I was like, right, okay, well, you should really have that done beforehand, or even him give that to you before you leave, but so it is. So, yeah, John Cena. Will he fight Undertaker at Wrestlemania? Should he fight Undertaker at Wrestlemania? No, the Undertaker should not be fighting at Wrestlemania at all, because the Undertaker, sadly, is done. He shouldn't be wrestling. Simple as that. And far more important matches to watch rather than that. Another one that I got was Kelly. So if I put it there, then that's better. Right, okay. So, yes, I met her at WrestleMania 29 WrestleCon. So it just says, to Chris, hugs and kisses, Kelly. So the photo that I have with her has Carlito in the background and Rhino, I believe, as well. Okay, so the next one is Eve, which says, to Chris, I look so good, do you hugs and kisses? I decided to get that inscribed because obviously that's the main premise of her theme song, is that, although kind of thinking about it, it kind of reminds me of Billy and Chuck as well, but yeah, so I got that through Retro Wrestling. One that I met WrestleCon at WrestleMania 30 was Miss Tessmacher, or God, I can't, Brooke somebody other, I can't remember her name. It's not terrible, but I met Craig in line, and he had this one, and I had a different promo, and then we swapped each other, because these were the promos that we each wanted, but we couldn't get. So, yeah, I met her. She was lovely. Now, one that I met numerous times, as you can see by one here, and then I've got one here, which is probably my favourite one, which is Mickie James. She, for me, apart from the likes of Lita and Trish, she, for me, is one of my favourite female wrestlers. Was so excited whenever she came back as well, although they don't seem to know what they're doing with her at all. So, just says to Chris, and then Mickie James, lovely signature as well. And then on the other side was Caitlin, or Celeste Bonin, is it her real name? Well, anyway, I met her at WrestleCon as well, so she was lovely at WrestleMania 30. Another one that I met and really enjoyed talking to was Beth Phoenix. So it just says, to Chris, Beth Phoenix Glamazon. And another one I met the year previous, and she wasn't that interesting, but then she came into the WWE and stuff, and I thought she was a bit more interesting. Then, you know, like, I was talking to her, but there wasn't really much coming back, which was Maurice. I love this promo as well. So it just says, to Chris, French kiss, Maurice. So that's a cool one too. And Simon showed you that I sent him or Maria 8x10. The reason why was because that was the first one I got and didn't get it personalised, where I met her the year after and got her the personalised this one, and I just love this promo picture as well. It was funny because one of the guys, Ian, who's with us, met her and went to go in for a hug, and I went, can I have a hug? And she went, no. And he was like, oh. So I kind of learned from that. So yeah, it's really nice, 8x10. Another one that I met, one of the all-time greats, was $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. But if you look there, he's got a Bible verse put into where the dollar sign is as well, which is quite unique. and he was a nice man to meet. One of the guys that I absolutely adore meeting, and I met him last year, we and Robbie, getting our photo taken with him, was William Regal. I was talking to him about, you know, being from Northern Ireland, and he said he loved his matches with him and Finlay, and he was just sad that he never got a chance to showcase that on like a big stage. Kind of the way Ric Flair said about him and Steamboat and some of their matches, you know, are confined to the memories of those that were on the in the arena, and it's the same with that. But a really, really well spoken man, really thoughtful, kind man. And then another one I met was Tara / Victoria. So met her, and she was very nice too. And then I met Angelina Love, who was very, very nice. And then I met Velvet Sky, who was just incredible. So you can see here, if you can, it says, "To Chris, you rock. Thanks for R2D2 case, Velvet Sky." The reason why is because at WrestleCon, now it seems that you get professional photos, whereas then you got it on your camera. So she said, "Oh, I like your camera case," because my camera case was an R2D2 one. It was just like a one that went around the outside of it. And I said, "Oh, that's fine, have it. I've got another case." And she went, "Oh no, I can't do that." And I said, "Tell you what, I'll give you that," and give you a hug. And that's what happened. But every time, like it's her birthday, I'll say, you know, post this and post a photo, and she says that she'll still have that case, which is very nice. And then going from Velvet Sky onto the newly inducted Bubba Ray Dudley. My funny story about this was that you could either get a photo taken with Bubba Ray and Devon, or Bubba Ray or Devon. And the guy before me got his photo with just Bubba, and Devon put his hand in front of his face, and it goes like, you know, what? And he was shouting at the guy, "What is it? Do you like black people? You know, are you racist? Blah blah blah." And I was next, and I had planned just to meet him, and then I thought, no, I can't do that, and I've never been so intimidated in all my life. And then I'm standing between the two of them, and you can see in the photo that I don't know where to look, you know, and so it just says Chris, Bully Ray. The reason why I got these ones was because I thought, even though Dudley Boys were great in WWE, I really liked Bully Ray and TNA. And then I got Devon, he just sounded Devon Dudley, Testify 3D, didn't personalise it even though I asked to. One I met last year, not really a wrestler, but more a ring announcer valet, was SoCal Val, who was lovely, always has a lovely time to speak to. I did meet her at WrestleMania 29, but God love her, she couldn't really talk. She had something wrong with her throat, so I mentioned that to her last year. Did meet Kazarian. Him and Christopher Daniels were great. They were actually bringing out a comic book together, I believe, to which I should actually try and get. And as you can see there, another Mickey James autograph. Like, what is with that? You know, it does say something to do with 3 times TNA champion, but that is such a squiggle. That's what she said. There's the other SoCal Val one there, by the way. One that I got through the mail was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He was doing like a Kickstarter GoFundMe thing to do with he needed surgery, very much in the same lines as Jake the Snake Roberts. And I contributed money, and then he sent me this, which was good to have. One I met at WrestleCon for WrestleMania 30 was Edge. That whole segment at the back, which I will go on to with quite a few of these. I should actually have these in order of the people that were there, so I'll just do this while I'm kind of talking to you but not actually looking at you. And what did I get? Oh yeah, I got that. Right, well I'll do that up. So before I get on the Edge, one of the worst people I ever met was Sid Vicious. Now, is it just me, or does that look like that says Sick Vicious? Yeah, so yeah, he just like didn't really say much, and to be honest with you, he's not somebody that I meet again. Yeah, so as I was saying, I met Edge, and Ben was with me, and Ben had said like, this all seems a bit of a farce or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, you've no idea, kid," because you had this much room between the barrier and the table. Where my photo is, you can see Ben kind of holding up. Now it's not his fault, you know, like because it was at the very back, so there's a shadow cast on that. I should have really got a photograph with him last year at LFCC, but because my schedule was that hectic, I couldn't. So this is what I got him to sign. Now my plan for this is Lita is there this year, so I'm going to get Lita to then sign this, and then it'll be dual signed by the pair of them. So it just says to Chris Edge. Just really, really nice guy. I also met Jake the Snake Roberts. This was after kind of him being on DDP's yoga thing. One that I have signed here, and I don't know which one's which. We have, I'm going to assume that this is Jimmy Hart, and here is Jerry Briscoe. Gold dust. People are probably going, what is wrong with you? Yeah, I was actually watching my video back of what I was taking with WrestleMania to WrestleMania with me, and this was the only one that a place called Haus of Wrestling, H-A-U-S of Wrestling on eBay had, because I'm not a huge Mick Foley fan. If I get the opportunity to meet Mick Foley, I'll probably get him to countersign this, and then it's kind of duo complete. But Cody is the only one of the Rhodes family that I've yet to meet, so hopefully one day. There is some other ones that I've had, you know, the likes of Kofi Kingston I've met, and Santino and Layla I have on like a DVD, but I don't have them. I no longer have the Undertaker signed one. There was a whole reason to do that, which I'm not going to get into and stuff, but it was just money issues and stuff. But yeah, so that's what it is. I also got Ashley to sign this. Yeah, just because she was cheap to meet, I thought, why not? One of the sweatiest people that I ever met was Jim the Anvil Neimhart. So I decided to get this one. There was plenty in with Brett, but I wanted to get one with Owen. And yeah, he was like, whenever I put my hand on his back, it was really sweaty. And then whenever I came back later on, because he was beside Rob Schamberger, he does like a lot of art and stuff for WWE, he had a shirt off. And I was like, thank God I don't have to worry about doing that. Kevin Nash, Diesel, which you can kind of see there. I don't know why I signed that in blue, but it is what it is. Nice fella. Some guy asked if he had any Super Shredder stuff. Too Cool, which to be honest with you were too ignorant for me. Scotty Chiotti was on his phone and Grandmaster Sexy wanted $30 for this, and I'm like, right, whatever. And a guy said, you're joking, right? No, does it look like I'm joking? So yeah, there's that. I also met Sunny before mid all her issues, you know, and it's sad to see that somebody who was at the top of her game in WWE and sadly has just had so much going on that's wrong for her. So and I also met Colt Cabana. What I'll do is, I actually still have a ticket in here for this, which, see that, which is Sting. So I got that magazine signed, so we can see that there's half the paint and half not. It just says to Chris Sting. Very nice guy to meet, didn't really say an awful lot, but you know, like getting him inducted in the Hall of Fame and stuff was very nice. Probably one of the biggest people that I met, and somebody I was really glad that I did, was Roddy Piper. Now I got him to sign this at WrestleMania, WrestleMania 30, the WrestleCon there. He was part of the group with like Edge and stuff, so I got him to sign this. I originally wanted to get the individuals to sign the inside, but he kind of just signed here, which I was fine with. I also met Xavier Woods as well. He then did a tour, like a speaking tour thing, and he came over here, so I got him to sign this, and he was saying about like, oh, you know, like how this time of his career he was like going through some really bad times and stuff. And I also got a autograph for my dad, which says, "To Gary, keep kicking cancer's ass," and then he signed that. So because obviously Piper went through so much cancer stuff and beat it, you know, that was kind of something that I always said to Dad, and whenever I met him, Dad had that framed and on the wall and stuff, so that autograph means a lot to me. Another person who did like a tour thing over here was Bret Hart. Now, I met him at WrestleCon on WrestleMania 29. Now, he does like the 4 dots, but I don't know if that's the members of the Hart Foundation or the title run, I don't know. But I noticed that it was starting to get destroyed a bit there. So whenever I met him over here then, I got him to sign this one, which I'm really happy with. And lastly, but by certain no means least, is probably my favourite autograph, and something that I always look back on and always reminds me of the great time that I had from my first WrestleMania, which is Hulk Hogan. And as you can see there, it says, "To Chris, Hulk Hogan." You know, this is you know, arguably one of my favourite wrestlers with Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's always flips between the two of them, but there's like that much between the two of them. But for me, he's been the first person that I've probably been starstruck meeting, because whenever I got him to sign the magazine with him, I got this one signed. I got one signed for Chris, and then I got another one which was him and the Undertaker. But this one means more to me because it's personalised. You know, obviously I met him at WrestleMania 30, and I met him and Shawn Michaels as well. But again, the personalised ones mean more to me. And this is always something I look back fondly of, and kind of was a bit breathless after meeting him. I actually picked up this on DVD the other day, which is his like autobiography. There is like the, you know, like the Hulk complete anthology, which is just his matches, whereas this is kind of like a story of his career, which I had, and I don't know if I still have it or where it is, because I have some DVDs here and I have them in storage. So that's the thing. So around this time of year, you always get a bit of a wrestling kick. I'm currently sitting watching Hall of Fame, which apparently goes on for 4.5 hours. So I thought I'd get this done while I still had some energy, and thought I would share with you these here. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Leave a like. Comment down below, you know, like who's your favourite wrestling autograph that you have, or what was your favourite from the bunch if you're not, if you watch wrestling but you haven't met any. I have met others like Seb Coulter, Swagger, Cesaro, Charlotte Flair, Sami Zayn, etc. But either I don't have their autographs to hand, or I don't have them anymore. So like I said, that there always happens whenever you're, you know, as I say, the more personalised ones you keep because they're made to you, unless you sell them to somebody called Chris. So anyone watching Chris want to buy a Hulk Hogan order? I'm joking. But yes, thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, whenever all of that will be. But yeah, I'll just leave you with a woo!